Man, y'all already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. We did the Shady Friends yesterday. My first shootout. It's a crazy story to think back on, man. I seen a bunch of little trolls running around yesterday. I hate her. So anyways, somebody said, you know you've made it when you got trolls. I guess, man. They don't bother me. Don't let them bother y'all, man. It's what people do. When they see you winning, or you doing it like they always wanted to do it, and they know they can never do it like you do it, you know what I mean? They hate. And I'm okay with that, you know what I mean? It's not a lot that can get underneath my skin, especially words. If you don't like me, punch me in my face. Other than that, don't wear your fingers out on the keyboard or on your phone screen or your grandma's tablet, whatever you got going on, man. So, we're going to get into some more of these shady friends today. So many of them, man. Sad part is, it's more shady ones than it is real ones when it comes to growing up and the people you have around you. I look back on it, and all the signs were there. If you see somebody screwing somebody else over, or you got a homeboy that's grimy and he's always getting other guys, to sit and think that he's not going to eventually get you and that you're safe is stupid. That's insanity. He only cares about himself, or he wouldn't be ripping everybody else off. But you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was guilty of that as well. So today we're going to get to some more of these street stories, man. Some of these shady individuals, these shady situations, these shady stories. I know I done seen it. I know I done lived it. So let's relive it. Weekly update. I got a busy ass day today. As y'all know, it is Friday. It is payday. So y'all know I gotta get the money. I'm gonna be dropping a video tomorrow as well. I told y'all I'd double up this week, so I'm gonna do one on the weekend as well. I'm either gonna go live tonight or tomorrow. Put your notifications on, and I'll let you know a couple hours in advance when we're gonna go live. So my wife calls me yesterday, right? You know I like to fill y'all in on life. Let you know all the same. She calls me yesterday and I'm at work. First thing she calls me and tells me is when she pulled up to Kroger, she pulled up too close to the curb and she scuffed the rim on the car, on the SUV, right? And the SUV's got black rims on it. I said, all right, not a big deal. You know, I can get it fixed. I can get it touched up. 20 minutes later, she calls me again. I'm like, damn, I can't get no work done, man. I can't be having this phone ringing all day. What's up? Just cussed the lady out in Kroger. Why are you cussing people out in Kroger? What happened in Kroger? She's going in the Kroger with my son, my little boy, and comes face to face with one of those real life Karens. Y'all know who Karen is, right? My son's being bad going in the store. You know, back in the day, if you was being bad, it wasn't no questions asked. You get snatched up by one arm and get your ass whooped right in the middle of the store. It's 2021. We don't do that no more, right? You go to jail for that. So my wife is just correcting my son like any parent should. That's what you do with your children. When she comes to the door, there's this white lady standing there. And the lady looks at my wife, my wife is Mexican. My wife is Spanish. Looks at my wife and goes, well, that was rude. My wife looks at her, excuse me? Pretty much tells my wife, I don't like the way you're talking to him. Y'all already know with the Latina women. She told her, you need to mind your fucking business. This is my child. I raise my children, you know, I discipline my children. If you're minding my business and I'm minding my business, who the fuck is minding your business? So her and this lady have it out in Kroger. I ain't gonna say that all the cursing took place. We try not to curse around little man. It happens, you know, it happens. But yeah, she ended up cussing this lady out in the middle of Kroger yesterday. And then the crazy part is, after they're done shopping and everything, she ends up right behind the lady in line, checking out. So you know that was an awkward moment. When did people start getting enough balls to think that it's all right to chime in on another adult disciplining their child? That's 2021 for you. That's this new world we live in. And this was an older woman. So she knows about the days of whooping your kid's ass in the grocery store. People feel comfortable now putting their 2 cents where it don't belong. And that's why so many people get fucked up in this world. That's why so many people find themselves in bad situations. What if that lady would have said that? My wife would have punched her in her face. Then she'd have wanted to call the cops. Us growing up, it wasn't like that. When we grew up, we already knew when you went in the grocery store, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing, don't look at nothing. You better keep your ass right by that cart. Don't wander off. And if you did, you got your ass whooped right in the middle of the supermarket, right in the parking lot. You might be going down the street and your mama beat your ass in that backseat. What? You know what I mean? Take her chunk off, take her flip-flop, whoop your ass back there. I'll tell you about it. That was the life we grew up in. But now just correcting your child out in public is going to give the Karens and the other ones, you know, something to say about. Here's the fact of the matter. Most of the people like that are scary. They're scary ass people, and they pick and choose who they're going to say something to. She said something to my wife because she took one look at my wife. She's dressed nice. She carries herself well and figured, oh yeah, I could say something to her. She wouldn't have done that with a lot of other people around my way. She wouldn't have. A lot of people were snatched up by her hair and slung all over the store. But that's the world we live into. Weekly update. Plugs going in today. Broken plug remover showed up. And then the truck is going to be doing what it should be doing. Shout out to the guy that hit me up on Instagram and sent me all the pictures of the local trucks in my area for sale for good prices. Definitely going to check that out. Big salute to you. Let's get into these shady ass friends. Hi, Karen. Had a little cold, coughing a lot. Comes with having kids. Pause. Red Bull. I should get paid for that. So let's get into these shady friends, man. I met all my friends in the neighborhood that I came up in, walking down the street one day. You know how you're a new kid? Where I lived, it's a whole bunch of houses. Nobody's rich out there. Everybody's dad, if the dad is around, is a construction worker. And it's a mixture of different people out there. You know, a big mixture. Different cultures, different races. Walking down the street one day, just getting ready to turn 13 years old. I see some kids coming my direction. One of them's got a football in his hand. Backyard football. You remember them days, right? Kids don't do that anymore. Everything's a tablet now. Hey, what's up, man? We need one more for football. You trying to play? Yeah. I was small. I was fast. Could run my ass off at that age. Like, speed bump to speed bump or stop sign to stop sign, man. I was smoking dudes that running. I was a little fast dude, man. Light on my feet. So I'm like, yeah, I want to play. I go with them. We go behind this church in this field and we play football, tackling the shit out of each other. I get introduced to everybody. Most of the guys I met that day, I know to this day or know of. Even though a large majority of them are now dead or incarcerated, over 80% of them are in one way or another now gone. The few that are left, there's a couple. And I mean a couple, I'm talking 2 or 3 that are actually doing good. And all the rest are strung out on one thing or another, one drug or another, right? It's my introduction to all the kids in the neighborhood. At the time, I'm the only one that smokes weed. I asked, hey, y'all want to smoke some weed? They all look at me like I'm crazy, like I just pulled out a meth pipe or something, right? Everybody's, nah, we don't smoke weed, I'm like, y'all don't smoke weed? Man, y'all are tripping. My dad stayed with a sack, and every time I would catch him slipping, I'm in that sack pinching some buds out, right? And I told y'all he had a healthy weed habit. He would smoke and smoke and smoke. From the time he got up to the time he went to sleep, he was rolling joint after joint after joint, right? So I'd always be able to grab me 3-4 grams every few days and be on my way. Got me a good 1/8, I'm gone. Nobody smokes. Then one of my homeboys one day says, I want to smoke. This is the introduction to my homeboy Smokey, man. Me and Smokey are on good terms. Smokey's currently locked up. I gotta cover his story here soon. He got banked by 2 guys, and he ended up going to jail for getting banked. Cops ended up beating him up and he's been sitting in jail for a while now. Goes to trial in a couple months, right? Everything was caught on video footage, but yet they pressed charges on him when they ran up on him and attacked him. I meet Smokey that day. We're playing football. A week or so goes by, and Smokey says, yeah, I want to smoke. So I said, hell yeah, you know what I mean? I'm tired of smoking by myself. I'm 12, 13 years old. I roll this big dumb ass joint up. Boom, we smoke. That's where Smokey got his name from. Smokey wasn't Smokey prior to that. First time he hit that weed, that man fell in love. Like, you could see his heart beating out his chest. He was in love with Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. That was Smokey, man. Let me buy some off of you. Smokey's he gets an allowance. I said, all right. Sell him like a dime sack. Cool. Put a little money in my pocket. I can get more. Smokey turned into Smokey. Smokey turned into like Smokey from Friday. Just like that. Smoke all day, every day. To the point that now when I come around Smokey, if I got weed, I gotta lie. Because Smokey will smoke my whole sack down till his roaches burning his fingers and then be like, you ain't got no more? At that age, none of us were really crossing each other yet. We hadn't got caught up in our madness and what life would become. The first sign that things were going to take a wrong turn for Smokey. Smokey hits me up one day. A couple years have gone by now. I was like 16. Had just come home from the detention center. Went by my homeboy Jeremy's house. Got up with everybody. Hey man, when'd you get out? Nah, nah, nah. Jeremy's living with his dad at the time. Now my homeboy Jeremy lives across the street from his dad. Crazy enough, he bought the house right across from his pops. Smokey, we call over Smokey's house. Hey, what's up with you, man? I ain't doing nothing. I'm trying to see if Smokey's got any weed, because at this time now, Smokey stays with a sack. All given time, Smokey's got a sack. When the sack starts to run low, he's getting more weed. Smokey, what's up with you? Oh, I ain't doing nothing, man. Word? You got some weed? Now I'm trying to get some. You know anybody wants to buy some guns? Guns? You got guns for sale? Yeah, man, I got a bunch of different guns I'm trying to sell to get some weed. I said, well, shit. What are they? He told me. I said, nah, I don't need them, bro. Like, these are like hunting rifles and stuff. Nothing that you would be toting around on the streets. I said, nah, man, I don't need no damn 303 British, no 30-30. Like, I don't need none of that, man. I can't do nothing with them guns, man. All right, I got somebody's gonna buy them. He sells the guns. About a week goes by, and I'm one of them kids that I'm out there late night. When everybody else is in the house, it'd be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I still be walking down the street looking for anybody outside because I didn't want to go home because of my dad, right? I'm out there and I'm walking down the street and I see somebody walking in my direction. It's late night, so you gotta, you know, stay on your P's and Q's. Got the little Davis 380 at the time in the back pocket. So I pull the joint out, cock it, put it underneath my hoodie. And we're walking towards each other and I see a Smokey. I'm like, oh shit, man. I said, man, you had me paranoid, bro. I didn't know who you was walking out here this time of night. What you doing? Trying to find somewhere to sleep. I said, well, go home. I can't go home. What you mean you can't go home? What'd you do? Man, my dad kicked me out. Why'd your dad kick you out? I sold all of his hunting runs. You did what? All them guns I was selling, they came out my dad's gun cabinet. Smokey, you sold all your dad's guns? Yo. You didn't think he was gonna miss an entire gun cabinet with a glass case on the front that you could see right into? You didn't think he was gonna walk by and not notice, hey, all my guns are gone. I know, man, it was stupid. I just wanted to get some weed. Smokey was a fiend for the weed, right? Not long after this, we get introduced heavy into the pills. And our pills of choice were volumes, Xanax, things of that nature, right? Just like by now, all my other friends are smoking weed. Some of them have already went on to really hard drugs at 16, 17 years old. Some of my friends at 16, 17 years old were shooting dope behind the scenes and nobody knew. Some of them were snorting heroin. Some of them were smoking crack. So I said, look, man, come with me, man. I got a place we can stay tonight. You know what I mean? We can camp out there and shit, fuck, we'll just kick it. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of weed. Let's go. We roll out, post up at this place for the night. The next day, we split our different ways, right? Fast forward some years now, life is taking its toll. Guys have fallen to addiction. Guys are messing with other things. And smoking weed is now like smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? It's just something you do every day. You're not pressed for it, because with that lifestyle, you just somehow always have weed. Somebody around you's always got a pocket full of nicks and dimes for sale, right? So it's nothing to just grab a sack of weed. Me and Philly in a hotel room one night. Shout out to my brother Brian, my brother Philly, man. We're in a hotel room one night, posted up, right? And we're in there with these two chicks. Just, you know, doing what we do, being street dudes, man. Smokey hits us up. What y'all doing? We're up in this hotel room. Man, I ain't got nowhere to stay tonight. This was a never-ending cycle for Smokey with not having a place to stay. Where you at? Man, I'm in the hood. All right, well, look, we in the Red Roof Inn up here off Bells Road. Come up here and holler at us, man. You can catch a spot on the floor. The beds are taken, but you can catch a spot on the floor. We smoking a little bit, drinking, got some pills and shit. All right, good looking, man. He gets somebody to pick him up, bring him up there and drop him off, right? I told y'all it always ends bad. When Smokey stole his dad's guns, I should have known. If he'll do his dad like that, we ain't safe. He comes in. When he comes in, he's already high. He's been eating Xanax all night. He is, what's up? Like Master P. We dap it up. What up, Smoke? Ain't shit. I'm tired. Like, that's what's up. So, you know, they got the little motel table sitting there when you first come in, beside the wall unit that blows the cold air out. Got the bottle of liquor sitting there. So he sits down. I sit on the edge of the bed, and Philly's laid up and shit, and we do some drinking. I got a pocket full of Xannies, but Philly's got a whole bunch of Xannies. Philly's got like a baggie full of blue footballs, the blue Xanax. And they're in his pants pocket. Smokey's like, you got some Xans? And I'm like, yeah, I ain't got enough to sell though. I ain't got but like maybe 20, that's personal. Philly's like, I got you, what you need? How much are they? He tells him, yeah, I got you, man. Can I owe you? I ain't really with that owing shit, Smoke. Come on, man, let me get a couple from you then. Philly throws him a couple. Polish off the bottle of liquor. Now it's late. It is probably approaching 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, right? And I know this because what transpired next, the sun was just starting to rise. I'm laid up in the bed. Philly's in the bed, sleep. And the girl that he was with, her purse is beside the bed. Philly's clothes are on the floor and stuff, right? And Smokey, you know, grabs some stuff, balls it up, makes a pillow and lays on the floor and is supposedly going to sleep. I'm dead asleep laying in the bed, and things wake me up. I'm not a light sleeper. I mean, I'm not a heavy sleeper, especially when I got people around me. Jail has taught me to wake up when I hear noises. I hear Smokey over there rummaging. I hear keys. I hear different things, ching ching, change and stuff being moved around. So I sit up in the bed, and it's pitch black in this motel room, and I turn a little light on beside the thing. And, you know, my brother's in that bed. What is you doing over there rummaging through stuff? So I sit up. I'm like, yo, Smokey, what you doing over there, man? I'm trying to get comfortable, man. I'm trying to get comfortable. I said, sound like you fucking with shit. He was like, nah, I just bumped the person. I'm trying to get comfortable. I said, all right, man. I believed him. Plus, I'm high. I go ahead and lay back down. 5-10 minutes later, I hear the rummaging again. I said, yo, Smoke, what the fuck is you doing, man? Hold on, man. What is you doing? And I get up. This time I get up, right? Put my pants on and shit. I walk around the side of the bed, and the girl's purse is dumped all the way out. And I'm like, what type of shit is you on, Smoke? He gets up, and he's like, no, it's not even like that. It's not even like that. Walks over to the door, opens the motel door, and walks out. Now it's about 5 o'clock in the morning, right? When he opened the door, I start seeing a little bit of sunlight coming up. I'm like, yo, I wake Philly up. I said, Brian, get up, man. Mind you now, Smokey is zanied out of his mind. All Smokey's worst moments were when he would take them pills. Lord only knows how many pills Smokey had eaten that night. I don't remember how many Philly gave him, but I know he had eaten a whole shitload of Xanax. And for my people that have eaten Xanax or overdone it with the Xanax, y'all already know them Xanax make you steal from your grandma. They give you them sticky fingers. You might wake up with a pocket full of candy bars from your local convenience store and not remember how you got them. Smokey dips out the room. High as fuck. High as giraffe pussy. He is gone. Boom. Out the door. The girl's looking through her purse. Ain't nothing really missing. Brian's like, oh man, he ain't take nothing. It's cool. Nah, he took something, man. Why did he just leave? He didn't. I said, you check your pants? Oh, let me check my pants, man. Goes in his pants and the whole entire sack of Xanax is gone. His knot of money that was in his pants is gone. Yo, Smokey robbed me. I said, come on. Grab my boots, throw my Timbs on. I run out the hotel trying to put my wife beater on. Smokey's gone. I look in both directions. I don't see nobody. It is early morning. There's a trick bitch out there in the corner selling that cootie cat, that coochie. I go up to her. I'm like, yo, you see a white dude with a square head that's got hair that looks like carpet? She kind of laughed. I said, I'm being serious, man. Did a white dude go by this way? She was like, yeah, a couple minutes ago he was across the street on the payphone and somebody, I guess, picked him up or something. I don't see him no more. I said, man, what the fuck? We jump in the excursion. The girls get in with us. And we're riding around. Sun has come up now. 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Where could Smokey be at? We done went by his mama's house. Smokey can't stay there. To this day, Smokey's, him and his dad, I believe, are on bad terms. So his dad would never let Smokey move back in since a young age, right? We go by there. His mama's car ain't there. Where is he at? We go by all the known spots Smokey might be frequenting, places we know he goes. We can't catch him. I said, man, I'm heated. Heated that he robbed my brother. Heated that he thought he could do this to us. We took him in off the streets in the middle of the night, gave him somewhere to sleep, and you gonna rob us? Who cares if you on Xanax? Do you know what you just did? We're about to give up looking for him for the day. I ain't had no sleep yet. It's sunny as hell outside. We're riding around looking crazy, circling the same blocks trying to catch this dude. And as we're riding down the street, I see Smokey's mama's car. This is one lane going this way and one lane coming this way. I tell Philly, there's his mama's car right there. And I look and he's in the passenger seat. I said, block him off, block him off. Takes a truck and whips it in front of the car and she almost hits us. We blocked the road now and this car's behind us, so she can't cut around us to go past us because she's going to be nose to nose with other cars. We jump out the truck. No sooner we jump out the truck, right-handed God, Smokey's mama jumps out the car. Help me! And takes off running. She lives maybe a quarter mile from where we just caught him in the car at. Smokey called his mama to come get him early in the morning. Smokey's mama was famous for that and couldn't find nowhere to take him, so she was riding around trying to figure out where he was going to go while he's sitting in the passenger seat, all zannied out of his mind, right? Philly runs up. We run up on the car. Smokey jumps out, staggers out. What's up? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Bitch, you robbed me. Philly grabs him, pins him up against the car, throws him up on the hood of the car, and I run his pockets. I go through all his pockets. I get his wallet out. That's the only thing in his pockets, right? I throw the wallet on the car. I start going through the car. I didn't take nothing, man. I swear to God, I didn't take nothing. Who took it then? You know what I mean? That's what's going through my mind. If you ain't take it, who took it? You're the only person in here. Besides these girls, and they're both in the bed, sleep. I get to digging in the car, and I guess when we rolled up on him, he had the sack of Xanax, and he shoved him down between the seat, right? I reached between the seat. I said, got him, got the pills. Philly hits him. Boom! Rocks the shit out of our homeboy Smokey. Like, I thought if he wouldn't have been so zannied and so loose, he'd have knocked Smokey all the way out. Smokey slides sideways and takes off running. Gets halfway up the street and goes, bitch! And swear to God, bitch! And Philly takes off after him. He takes off running again, right? Philly comes back. I'm like, I ain't find the money, man. I ain't find the money. I ain't find the money. I keep looking. I find the money, right? So now we're big mad, angry. The car's still parked in the middle of the street. Smokey's mom's done ran up the street. Smokey's done ran up the street. Here this little beat up piece of shit car is sitting there with all four doors open, blocking traffic, right? Philly and him ended up getting to rumbling. A couple weeks later, Philly beats him up. And we squashed it, right? That wouldn't be the last time Smokey did some shady shit. Let's get into it. At the second job today, before we hit the bank. So yeah, I can still see that car sitting in the middle of the road, all four doors open. Smokey's mama running down the street, And then Smokey running down the street. Traffic backed up behind Smokey's mama's car. We're halfway in one lane, halfway in the other. Traffic backed up behind us. I told dude, back up, man. He backed up. We backed up and drove off. We fast forward. Like I've told y'all, with your friends and the dudes you kick it with, you overlook things they do. Forgive and forget. Forget about it, right? That's what the Italians used to say. Forget about it. We forgot about it. Moved on. Smokey, we chalked it up to him being Zanny man. Zannied out of his mind. But we fast forward. We're in a hotel. Again, actually, we're in a motel. Spent a lot of those years in motels. We didn't bring that stuff to the house most times unless we lived at a party house. If we wanted to do something different, we'd always post up at a motel. Me, Mikey, Smokey, Philly, some females up in another motel room one night, right? First thing in the morning, bright and early, I get that rude awakening. Now, by now, Smokey has figured out that to smoke weed all day, your best option is to sell weed. Because if you're selling weed, you might not be making no money, but you can smoke your profit. Smokey would sell weed just to break even, and sometimes he would smoke into his re-up money and not be able to re-up. Got to get this Red Bull going. Second Red Bull of the day. I don't like coffee. This shit stains your teeth. I'm not with that. So here we are in this hotel room. Red Bull. Pause. We're in this hotel room. Smokey's got his $quarter-pound of weed. Now, all of us at the time, I didn't have no $quarter-pound of weed. I had a little small sack I was smoking on. A couple grams, a couple blunts in the baggie. Smokey's smoking all weed up. He ain't gonna smoke nothing in your presence. You wanna smoke some weed, buy some weed. That's what they tell you. You wanna smoke weed, buy weed. I got plenty of weed for sale. First thing in the morning, we get a knock at the door. People are laid out all over the room, right? Sleeping wherever they can sleep. Talking 2-3 people in one bed, 2-3 people in another bed, people on the floor. And you get that knock, you know when it's the police. Only the police knock like that, right? Knock like they're trying to put the damn knuckles through the door. Wake up, look at the door. I know that's the cops. That ain't nobody. We ain't supposed to have nobody coming over. And it's too early in the morning. Before I can say anything, one of the girls sleeping on the floor gets up and turns the doorknob. I kid you not, when she turned that doorknob, it was like Jack in the Box in the room. Everybody in the room sat straight up. Oh shit, people start getting up. People are dirty. Smokey's sleeping between the two beds, right there on the floor on a sheet, right? Smokey sits up. He's got his jacket sitting beside him. I think he was using his jacket in the $quarter-pound, honestly, as a pillow. He sits up, looks around, lays the jacket on the bed. People start getting up. Richmond City Police walk straight in the room. Hey, we got a call about this room. Noises coming from this room, smells and a disturbance. Bullshit. They came to the wrong room, but they've already opened the door. Room reeks of weed. They're coming in. Empty liquor bottles, Corona bottles, Bud Light bottles everywhere, Ice House bottles. They make their way on in. There's blunt guts all in the ashtray. There's blunt roaches all in the ashtray. We done had an eventful night, right? At first, it's 2 cops. They come in. Everybody stay where you at. Don't touch nothing. Who's been smoking weed? Who's weed? First, they walk to the bathroom to make sure there's nobody hogtied in the bathroom, I guess. Look around. Everybody's all right. Yeah, man, ain't nobody call y'all. Y'all can leave. Now they've got reason. Now they've got suspicion. They see the weed residue in the seeds and stems in the ashtray and blunt roaches. So now they're gonna start searching. Who's got the weed? Man, we smoked all the weed. Ain't no more weed left. Just them roaches if you want to be petty and write a charge to some roaches, right? He gets on his mic, calls for more cops, right? They tell us all, they just stand there, wait for these other cops to show up. 2 more cops show up. Smokey's got this $quarter-pound of weed in his jacket. I can see Smokey's eyes. He's like, he ain't never been to jail at this point. He ain't trying to go to jail. Everybody else in the room, all of us have been in jail. Cops come on in. They're 4 deep. Y'all stand up, let us pat you down. Make sure y'all ain't got no weapons, bazookas, needles, machetes. Nothing on you ain't supposed to have. They pat us all down. Meanwhile, Smokey's jacket's laying there. Cop walks over and looks beside the bed, pulls the sheet back, and I'm sitting right beside this wall. You know, you got the one motel bed that sits up next to the wall, and there's a gap beside it, maybe about 12 inches. Ain't big enough to walk. You can scoot sideways and go down the wall, right? Cop looks over beside the bed, don't see nothing. Smokey's jacket's still laying there with his £quarter inside of it. The cop turns around where a bunch of our stuff is laid up on these like little hangers and stuff in this little shelf. And when he does, I see Smokey look. The other cops ain't paying no attention. He reaches in the jacket, tosses £quarter over beside the wall. I'm sitting on the edge of this bed when this shit rolls off the side of the bed and falls beside me, right there on the floor. I look at Smokey like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Smokey didn't give a shit. Smokey wasn't getting caught with it. Smokey's wallet and everything is inside this jacket. It's definitely yours, Smokey. I'm sitting there now just in disbelief, starting to sweat like, this motherfucker wouldn't even roll a blunt, but he just threw 4 ounces right beside me, right? The jacket's laying on the bed right after he throws it. And I'm wondering, how the hell did they not just hear this hit the floor, right? They searched the jacket. Every cop in that room searched that jacket at least twice. They'd have pulled the sheets, fluffed the sheets. Meanwhile, they're not looking. There's that little lip on the edge of the bed. I reached down, I pushed this shit up beside the frame of the bed. So if you look down the aisle of the wall right there, you don't see the weed. Meanwhile, I'm still looking at Smokey like, yo, what the fuck? Why would you throw that shit over here right beside where I'm sitting? He wasn't trying to get me in trouble. He was just trying to get that shit up off of him. They searched the jacket many times now. So I asked them, what's up, man? Y'all going, you know what I mean, write me a ticket for the rooms in my name? Like, you gonna write me a ticket for the blunt roaches or what? Can we go? Like, ain't nobody said you gotta go and we're done. Y'all can go back to sleep. Nah, y'all done fucked. The day has started. We're done with this shit, man. When y'all done, I'm leaving, man. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Yeah, give me a couple minutes. Give us a couple minutes. Nah, we're not gonna write the roaches up. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't smoking no crack, shooting no dope, got no meth pipes, no bazookas or rocket launchers in here. We ain't stressed over no couple blunt roaches. Everybody here is over the age of 18. So ain't nothing going on, no misconduct with females or nothing. Nobody has no complaints. It's not worth the paperwork for the couple blunt roaches in the ashtray, right? Just hold tight. I said, all right. So the jacket's laying there. They done went through the jacket, and the one cop's done, whose jacket? Smokey said, it's my jacket. They go through it. They throw his wallet on the bed beside the jacket. He takes his wallet, puts it in his pocket. I said, so can I finish getting dressed? Can I put the rest of my clothes on, grab my jacket and stuff? Yeah, let me check the jacket again. He searches, this is Smokey's jacket. Checks the jacket again. Yeah, you're good to go, man. He turns his head. I reach down beside me, beside the wall when he's not looking. I look at 2 of the other cops that done left out the room now. One cop standing at the door. You still got this one cop being a super trooper, right? He turns his head. I reach down beside the bed, grab the £quarter, shove it in the jacket sleeve, lay back on the bed. Go back to like I'm not doing nothing. He looks around. Well, I guess we ain't got nothing else to do here. Y'all have a good day. I said, I'm leaving, man, I'm leaving. The girl that I was messing with at the time, come on, let's go. I picked the jacket up with the weed in it, walk by the cop, excuse me. Turn sideways, he's still standing doorway. I go out. We get in the car. Smokey, hey, hold on, Jay, hold on. And everybody else is gonna ride in the other car. The audacity of Smokey after he just did this shady ass shit. He doesn't know I've got the weed. He doesn't know I put it inside the jacket. He thinks the weed is still beside the bed, and that's why I'm trying to get out the hotel room. I was trying to get out the motel room, before the cops were trying to get out with this weed before they found it. It just so happened we all started leaving at the same time, right? We get in the car, shut the doors, start the car up, leave about the motel. We get down the street, and I'm like, man, you some shit, dog. He's like, man, what you want me to do? I'm like, oh, fuck, you throw that shit beside me. He's like, bro, I wasn't throwing it beside you. I was just trying to get it off me. I'm like, you a grimy ass dude, man. I say, anyway, that's what it is. Hold on. I pull the weed out the jacket. I toss his jacket in the back seat. I'm like, good looking, homeboy. He's like, oh, man, what? You got out there with the weed, man? That's what's up, man. I was wondering how I was going to take that loss. Wondering how you was going to take that loss. You took that loss. That's dead. Man, can I at least get 2 ounces of it? Man, you ain't getting shit. Nothing. Nada. Zero zip. This is my weed, bro. I was going to go to jail if they'd have found this shit beside me. Oh, man, that shit was fronted to me. I could have took it, or the police could have took it, or you could have left it in the room. What'd you want to do? Shh, I hit Smokey with the same thing he hit me with. You gonna smoke a blunt with me at least? I said, shit, why don't you buy some weed, dog? You know what I mean? You got money. Same thing he told me. I got up out of there with that weed. Let's continue. I told you, you overlook and you forget. I ain't seen Smokey in a long time, man. Probably a good 17, 18 years. You got to think 10 of those years I was in prison. 7 years I've been home. I am waiting on the video of Smokey getting jumped and the police fighting Smokey and Smokey going to jail after getting jumped by 2 guys. I'm going to try to shed some light on that corruption. Like, how do you get jumped by 2 guys, attacked? Cops show up, cops beat you up, and then you go to jail and you get charged. And the other guys fall victim, and they're the ones that pursued you and pulled you out of a car, right? Smokey's still my homeboy to this day, even though we ain't spoke, you ain't seen each other, you know what I mean? We live and learn, man. We grow up, we grow older. And Smokey's another one that's got a crazy story like mine. Smokey's got stories for years, man. If he could do what I do, he'd be amazing at it. I'll keep y'all updated with what happens on Smokey, and if he gets out of jail, I'm gonna bring him on and let him tell y'all some stories, man. Let him explain to you what was going through his mind when he ran Philly's pockets. What was going through his mind when he threw that damn quarter-pound of weed beside me in the hotel room with his shady ass. But like I said, we all do dumb things, man. If I sat here and acted like if somebody was to do a story on shady dudes, I wouldn't be in one of the stories, I'd be lying to you. But like I told y'all in the beginning, it is Friday, Friday, Friday. That means payday, payday, payday. I'm about to put this bitch in the wind so I can get to the money. And as always, man, y'all know, man, these institutions, these jails, detention centers, these streets, they're all just crazy worlds inside of this already crazy world we live in. And y'all know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. And to all my real ones and there are some real ones watching. Because y'all still watching me. Y'all know how we do. Salute.